Good morning, everybody. How are you? I am doing great. I help all you moms, stepmoms, mother figures. Hope you all had a great day yesterday and that your people made you feel special. I had a great day with my girls and then my mom, so it was really nice. I am admittedly pretty tired and still fighting whatever this is. But I wanted to get the workout in. It makes me feel so much better. Um, and I need my energy for this week. And I just need to, I'm not feeling that bad. It's more just been a lot. My girls and I delivering meals yesterday was hilarious because obviously in New York, we don't have a car. So it was basically a nor'easter. It was raining and so windy and like 49 degrees. It was crazy, but we had so much fun. Take your fingers, bend them back towards you. A little update on my elbow situation. Good morning, Marianne. This whole packing thing, my apartment's pretty small. And I have managed to bang my elbow twice in that same spot. So needless to say, I am not doing myself any favors. Okay, so give yourself a couple hugs before we get started. I love my hugs. The most important thing I want you to remember, if you've had any injuries, surgeries, anything like that, do not do this workout without checking with your doctor. Also, you've got to keep your core tight. It's really, really hard, especially as you get more fatigued, but it's also really important. So what I want you to do, every single one of these exercises, we're going to do reps, and then we're going to do a hold, which means I should have my clock ready. All right, so I'm going to want you to get into a plank position, but you're going to have to put your feet pretty wide for this one. Now, your core is crazy tight. You're going to have to move your hand kind of more to the middle, and I want you to reach up and around and really squeeze that arm. If you can't get through all of these, we're only doing 10. Squeeze that arm. 3 more. Awesome. Now we're going to do the hold. So when you do the hold, I want your arm down along your body, but squeeze it up as high as you can to really get an excellent tricep burn. Now, if you are not able to do the hold for the entire 30 seconds, just take breaks. It's completely fine to just stop, get on your knees for a couple seconds, and then get back into it. I don't care if you take like 3 breaks, no matter, okay? Let's go, feet wide, squeeze up and as high as you can, but then your entire core is super tight, as are your legs. Take a break when you need it. You can still keep your arm up to keep that burn. Squeeze, get it up higher. I want your tricep to be on fire. We have 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, done. You guys ready for the other side? I know this one is really challenging. I would just encourage you, you don't even have to use a weight if you don't want to. And again, take breaks when you need to, please. If you won't do it for yourself, do it for me. Okay, on your other arm, remember your hands kind of more centered. Push up, sweep it around, really squeezing your shoulder and your triceps. Only doing 10. Awesome job. My place is so messy right now. It's driving me crazy. There's like stuff all over the floor. But we're not going to worry about it. At least not during this 30 minutes, we're not. All right, let's go. Do your hold. Get that squeeze up. You want your palm facing the ceiling. So that tricep is burning. Your core is tight, 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 tight. When you need a break, you take it. 3 to 4 seconds. Get back into it. We can do this. We have 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, done. So what you did there was get a total body workout from that exercise, but also your standing arm was working really hard too. So, you know, we are kicking butt. Okay. The next one I want you to do, light weights, please. Normally I'd probably use a 5 or maybe try an 8 and see how that went. Sorry, I need water. Been definitely trying to drink a lot of water because I know that that is important. Oh, good morning, Teresa. Notice the shirt I wore today. Fearless. It's a big week. I move on Friday. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared. Because I am. Fear's good. What was it? We saw a movie last night. We saw 2 movies yesterday for Mother's Day. Oh, Palms. It was okay. It was a little silly. My mom, who's 73, found it a little depressing, but they said, they were talking about being scared. They said, sometimes you have to stare that shit in the face. So that's what I'm doing. Thought that was good advice. All right, your feet are hip width apart. Core is tight. You're gonna lift up. You're gonna squeeze your biceps to curl. You're gonna come back. You're gonna lift up, and you're gonna lower down behind your shoulder blades. So you could probably do triceps a little heavier, but the problem is the shoulders. They make it tough. So we are going to do, how many can we do of these? We do 15. So squeeze, remember core is tight. Biceps squeeze, up, lower, and squeeze your triceps to get them back to the top. Oh, we only do 12 of these. That's what I thought, because these kind of take a while. Yeah, my elbow is really not happy with me. It's just my apartment is so small, and as I'm filling these bins and then carrying them to different areas to stack them, I keep bumping into things. One of the reasons we're moving, we need a little bit more space. How are you guys doing? I think we have 6 more. Do not release your core. You're gonna want to. But just imagine if I was in your living room, I'd be like, don't release your core. 4 more. Three more. We can do this. We don't quit. That is one thing we don't do. We can gas out to where you physically cannot do anymore. That's not quitting. Quitting is when you're like, I'm not good at this, or I can't do this move. And you get mad at yourself and frustrated and down on yourself. And then you quit. No, that's not happening. Sorry. Sorry to break it to you. But we don't do that here. Okay, so I've done an exercise with you guys where we do rainbows, and this is to work our shoulders and we sweep. We're gonna do something a little different. Double rainbows. So you're gonna start over here. You're gonna sweep up and over, sweep up and over. So you see how my feet are pivoting. You've got to keep your core tight. You get a nice little rotation in your trunk, which I love. You are really squeezing those shoulders, okay? Oh, you know what I forgot? I know you don't want me to forget our 30-second hold from the last exercise. Now, would you? We are going out in front, palms facing up. Feet hip width apart. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. You can do this, I promise. Squeeze those shoulders. You are also going to feel this in your biceps. You can do it. Take a break if you need to. 2, 1. Well, now you can't take a break because we're done. Okay, so the double rainbows. Let's start. Let's do them. Let's not forget to keep our core tight because that's very important. So we're going to do 16 in all. Okay, so start on this side. See how my foot is up. Sweep up and over. Squeeze those arms. I want this slow and controlled. Come on, 6 more. We can do it. Take a break if you need to or drop down to a lower weight. Two more. Don't start to fling the weights up and over. This is everything we do is slow and controlled. I don't want you jerking the weights to get them over to the other side. No. If you've done my workouts even a few times, you know that I do not like that. Okay. Put this down. My ball can't get out of the kitchen alone with the bins here. We're going to lay on the ball. Oh, I'm sorry I keep forgetting the hold. I told you I'm a little out of it this morning. Okay, so for our rainbow hold, we're gonna hold off to the side, okay, for 15, and then go to the other side for 15. Okay. Squeeze. Your core is tight. Squeeze those shoulders, squeeze those arms. 5 more seconds on this side. Over to the other. You can do it, I promise. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Good job. Okay. Have some water. Next thing we are going to do is roll out, and we're going to go over our heads. We're going to lower as low as we can, and then we're going to squeeze our triceps to get back to the top. You guys are going to kill this. I'm only using 3s. You guys can probably do heavier unless you're really new. 5s, 8s, maybe even 10s. Ball is on the upper half of your back. You're pushing up through your heels. You've got to squeeze those glutes and those abs. The closer you move your knees, the harder you're going to have to work here and here to keep you stable on the ball. Okay, so lower down, slow and controlled. Do not let the weights fall behind you. And when you raise them up, they're above your chest, not above your face. Nobody wants you to drop a weight on your face. We're doing 15. 7 more. Come on, drive up through those heels. The burn should be just as intense in your glutes as it is in your triceps. If your triceps are not burning, your weight is too heavy. 4 more. 3 more. Awesome. Okay, now we're gonna do our hold, which you can probably guess what it is. You're gonna lower down and I'll show you how far to come up. Are you guys ready? You're right here, squeeze those triceps. Your arms are straight up as if you were standing up and your arms were towards the ceiling. You'll know when you feel that burn in your triceps. Squeeze, 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 you can do it. You drive up through those heels. Your glutes should be on fire too. Done. Good job, people. Good job. Okay, so the next one we are going to do is a support bicep curl. I'm going to use a weight for my left, but not for my other one. So your arm is out, your elbows up under, you're going to squeeze in and squeeze out. All very slow and controlled. You can do a 5, you can do an 8. I'm using 3s. Now, you might ask if this elbow is okay. It's my right elbow. That hurts. Why would I not use a heavier weight? You never want to get off balance because what happens to your muscles when you work them, right? They break down, they build back up. If you are favoring one arm but not favoring the other, you could notice a slight difference. And given that I work out 5 or 6 days a week, I don't want to create that. So hold on, I got to get my powder. Okay. 15. Keep that core tight. Feet hip width apart. So you'll see how I'm squeezing on the way in and on the way back. Full extension. It's okay, start getting ready. 13, 14, 15. That was awesome. Okay, I'm not going to use a weight for the right. Squeeze that bicep. So even though I don't have a weight, I can really squeeze that muscle on the way in, on the way out. 10 more. Come on. 3 more. Good job. Okay, now we have to do our hold. So your hold is going to be this position. So you're going about 30% of the way up. You can do it. You just have to breathe through it. That's the secret of a hold. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Don't let it beat you, and take a break when you need to. Squeeze. Everything is tight. If you need to, you take a break. Get back into it. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, done. Other side. So you see, that's where you are. You squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. So I'm squeezing as hard as I can. Intense burn. I'm really focusing on that bicep muscle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. So I had no weight, and that burn was woo. So it just goes to show you, people. All right. So the next one we're going to do I'll see how this feels. All right, your feet are hip width apart. We're gonna work our wrists. You're gonna squeeze up, okay? And you wanna come up, full range of motion, go down, rotate your wrists around, and lift up. You don't wanna go too heavy. I normally use 5s for this, but you use what feels good for you. Squeeze, we're doing 15, so that's 1. Ten more. We got this. I'm gonna do legs tomorrow. I'm gonna do 20 minutes because legs is really brutal. And you know, it kind of takes a little bit more out of you than any other day. Do we have 5 more? So I'm gonna do a 20-minute legs and 10-minute abs tomorrow. I'm not gonna wake up as early. I won't have my girls. So I'm waking up at 5:20. I don't mind, I'm pretty used to it. But I'm determined to get as close to the finish line with the packing tonight as I can. Because you know, what happens is you think you're like, oh, I'm in really good shape. And then there's tons of like little stuff that's around. And that I have learned painfully over and over again with all the moving I've done. So I am not going to do that. So tonight is to get all the major stuff done. Tomorrow is to just go around every single surface, every single spot, every single cabinet, every single room, and just start to put all the little stuff in its place. Now we're going to do our hold. Your palms are going to face up and you are going to curl them. Squeeze. You've got to breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. You can totally do this. Come on. Less than 10 seconds. Squeeze as hard as you can. 2, 1, done. Thank you. Don't be mad. Do you notice I'm putting my weights on my couch to avoid having to bend? I do so much bending while I'm packing. You know how it is, I'm sure. Okay. Oh, okay. So we're going to do a sis boom burn. So this is your position. Your feet are hip width apart. You're going to push up. You're going to lower and lower. This is going to beat up your shoulders in the best possible way. So that whole thing is only 1 rep, but we're only doing 10 instead of the usual 15. Okay, your feet are hip width apart. You have a good attitude. You are being positive. You know that you can do this, and you also know that you can drop down and weight at any time. Normally, I would be using, I think maybe I always start with an 8 and then I only get a little weigh in and then I drop to a 5 and sometimes I drop to a 3. So don't forget that that is possible. Okay, wait, I don't even know what I'm doing. Sorry, start right here. Push up, lower to the side, lower to the front. Now, are you sloppy? Is your body tight? We don't do sloppy here. Gotta breathe through these. Woo! 4 more. We can do this. Drop your weights if you need to. If your form is good, just take a break. We have 2 more. And my form is good, so I don't want to drop. I just needed to let the burn subside for a second. It's raining here again. Yesterday was bananas, I swear. It was crazy. And rained all day long. All day long. We don't get that very much here, so I'm sure there were a lot of soaking wet moms yesterday, and grandmas and stepmoms. What am I doing? Okay. All right, so the next one, simple tricep extension. And I say simple because it is, and it's also incredibly effective, which I love. You're going to hinge over. Your arms are going to be behind you. Squeeze up as high as you can. You're only going to come back to here. You don't need to come all the way down. What do you need to remember? You've got to keep those abs tight, very important. You also want to really squeeze and get that full range of motion as high as you can for the full benefit of the exercise. We didn't do our hold from you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I have it written right here. I'm just, we're doing really well on time. People, it's moving so quickly. Okay, so we're going to do our hold. This is our hold. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. You can do it. Like these 3-pound weights are not much of a challenge. I can definitely still feel it. If you cannot feel it, if it's not burning, you need to drop and pick up heavier weights. That's all there is to it. 2, 1, done. I am telling you, after this move is done, I am not doing arms for a solid week. That's just me. Like no weights. I might not even do a guns for girls. I might skip a week because obviously even if I'm not using weight, I'm still working it because I feel bad for it. Okay, let's see if I can get through this exercise and not forget to do the hold. So this is our starting position. Are your abs tight? Squeeze up as high as you can. Squeeze those triceps. Come on. It's the only way you get definition. 10 more. The dreaded flap, waddle, wobble. What is that thing that they call when you wave? It's what like so many women are like, can you do anything about this? I'm like, well, yeah, gotta work it. 3, come on, squeeze. They should be burning. And I don't have to tell you what the hold is. You are going all the way up as high as you can, squeezing as hard as you can. You are breathing through the burn because that's the only way to deal with it. Okay, let's go. Squeeze up as high as you can. Picture those triceps in your mind's eye. They should be tight, hard as a rock. You have got to breathe through this. This is a total burn. Take a tiny break when you need to. Get back into it. We have 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, done. Okay, the next one that we are going to do. Punching bag. I love this. We are going to punch for 30 seconds high, 30 seconds across, 30 seconds down. I want sharp movements. You're going to get a little rotation in your chest. You're going to come a tiny bit. Your heels are going to come up a tiny bit. That's what we want. Let's do it. We're going to do 20, 20, and 20. Sorry. 20 top, 20 middle, 20 down. Sharp, tight. Keep this all tight. You are power. Okay, let's go. I'm going to actually not do these. Use light weights. You know why I put mine down. You don't have to. Tight, tight, tight movements. 3, 2, 1, cross. Come on. You guys, I want you working hard. This is our last exercise. 3, 2, 1. You've got it. Stay tight. You can do it. Fight to the finish. Finish the minute. That is what I always say. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Done. You will never regret working out. Ever, ever, ever. I can promise you that. Grab your wrist. Stretch, really stretch out those triceps. So remember tomorrow, probably around 7:30. Push your fingertips back towards you. Stretch out those forearms and biceps. Put your your thumbs on the front of your hips. Push your shoulders towards me. Relax. Oh my gosh, so happy that we did that. So, so happy. I'm really thankful for you guys. I have gotten more encouraging messages over the past week, so clearly many of you are used to moving. You have urged me to take care of myself, which I love that you guys look out for me. Trust me, I am. I have become so much better at that. Since doing these workouts, I have come to know my body 1,000 times better than I ever did before. So like Saturday, I did not feel well, and that was just what it was. Friday. It was Friday that I really lost an entire day of packing and working, which was not fun. But thank you for your encouragement. I will be okay. And like I said, tomorrow, 20 minutes of torch leg and 10 minutes of abs around 7 a.m. Eastern. Okay, have a great day.